Check it. Um, what I believe is happening, they made something that I am. You can say that I am, or that I should have, shouldn't have done, and the negative way to go. Anything and everything that they can do and say is surrounding me and is connecting their family, which I believe should be hidden or a secret. Also, I'm becoming a country in a way where I'm gonna have maybe 100-mile radius around me. That or 10 to, it's probably gonna be around 10, and then it's gonna be 10, and then 100 feet, and then not 100. No, it's gonna be 10 feet, 10 miles, and then 100 miles most likely. And I was thinking going with the flow, like going with the flow would be still. There's no back and forth. I don't say something and then, oh, it changes my mind. No, I don't convince myself. I don't think a back and forth. It's a conversation. I think to myself, it's a still flow. Even if you're within my soul. You're not supposed to say, think, or do anything. You're supposed to process. You're not supposed to act. Oh yeah, and there's also going to be the opposite of me. Say in China, there might be a spot where you can't be at. She's gonna get real. Hold on. It might be like I'm in China. It might be like I'm in China. And you might not be able to be around me. And then there might be like a ring around the world. I think this is kind of like One Piece. The Grand Line and two opposites, depending splitting the sea, but except on both. I was telling them that they would have had to have. They're basically gonna have to live in the ocean, and if they continue, they won't be able to live anywhere. It's either that or maybe the reverse, or but it might be that I'm everywhere. So it might be the borders of the United States. It might be the middle of the borders spread out plus myself with either 10 feet or 10 miles around me. No, it's probably going to be that 100 miles around me within the 100 miles of the United States. And there's going to be a border in the middle plus probably either 10 miles, 10 feet. Yeah, 10 miles. Probably going to be 10 feet, 10 miles, and 100 miles. So I'm probably going to be the middle plus myself and 10 miles around me, but everywhere in the United States. Unless they do it around the world. And then eventually it's going to be around the world. It's going to be pretty cool for me. I mean, I try to give this to the world, but I mean, well. The Grand Line. Grand Line, the king of the pirates. Yo, whoa, they're gonna buy the gun call. This is what isn't what could be. So it divides everything. The middle. That's probably gonna be me. And the North and South Pole, the me and the opposite me. Yes and no. So it's gonna be the entire planet. Trip. Trip. My body, no, my body. Like kind of became One Piece. My favorite show. No. The world kind of like One Piece. Plus, I mean, I made my own show, which was my show, not my show, my life. That's how it felt. That show is fucking badass, dude. I had another chapter today, and I could develop it until we could hang out and chill, and we could make stories. That would be cool too. The first thing I gotta calm down, and maybe I just live life. Cause also they're gonna have to be people are gonna have to be perfect and shit. And or natural. So I mean, I think the best place to be and go is the ocean. You might literally have to become pirates. If not, I'll do that shit. Fuck it. But if I do that shit, it'll shake everything off. I think that's what I gotta do. I mean, it's happening anyway. But I think if I would have done that, it would have shaken everything off. Should be fun. Today's the first. It was the 31st. It was on the 7th. Today's the first. The completed, I think, cycle. tomorrow, actually. They mixed everything. They try to mix everything, but they can't because I mean, my energy is exponential, so it separates, but it still continues, and it follows connection. So it doesn't you don't think it's growing, but it's growing, and those connections are infinite. So that I think they you become infinitely smaller and then spread out. So you could only live if you're solid, and or we're not aren't my enemy. You can only live around my plane if you're solid and or aren't my enemy. Eventually, you might be able to live somewhere else, just not me, not around me, not around my plane, not around my domain. Should be fun for me. And if nothing is done, it'll become like my world. Become like my world. Mhm. Cause like I said, I it could become like my world, but it's gonna be a mix. Cause it's not my world. I live in it, and they rejected it. So it'll become more and more real, more and more direct and upfront. It'd be fun.